Bonne Ostara, goddess of spring. I've just done this once and run out of time, so I'm doing it again. I've got my lovely Bonne Ostara Easter card and my lovely Bonne Ostara Easter tree that's been up, it's up seasonal. It's one of those houses. I'll show you again. Look, it's got a hare on. Whose race? It's written by the spirits. A hare on, which is supposed to represent the masculine often, and tulips, which I think represent the masculine. And a nice pendulous hill, the goddess feeding them all. And so let's see what's growing outside. Let's do it. I managed to get some thrift yesterday. If I got that earlier on, things might have been different. I've got it there, and I managed to find one of these, which I've been looking for since we had them as a child. And I saw some at the road last year or so, and then I found some in the garden centre yesterday when I was looking for hops. Did I tell you I wanted a hops plant for Hoppy Easter? But they didn't have any, so I'll have to wait till later on. So I'm just going through my seeds, what's growing for Bonne Ostara. Kale's coming through, that's good. That's the parsley from before, only a witch can grow parsley apparently. That was the Poundland pot of mixed, what are they called? Like hanging basket and pots things, so they're coming up. I've put some in different places, but that's one to check. I was just saying these sweet peas just appear to be growing, shooting up, which I can't remember what I put in, and I was just muttering on about how packing's going. Stop whinging on about your bloody sweet peas, just put them in November, forget about them. And then I went to check the others that I planted with the last, I planted them with the last new moon into the ground, and I was going, oh, blah, blah. Then, and I've just look, they've all shot. They've all come up. They're burgundy ones. I can't remember what the name was, but I sent my mother some for some Mother's Day, and there's some more under this jam jar under here, but I'm not sure if they've started to come through yet. So that's good. They all went at the same time, and there's some more down there. I don't think they've come up yet. I've put my crystals out on the grass under the dewy moon. You're supposed to hang them over water, but I've just put them in there. I did put them on the plate and give them a rattle around, and they all sort of sat with different ones again, which was quite fun. That's what I wanted to say, to be honest. What am I going to do now? Well, I'm back off to the gardening centre to get some more seeds. I've got to post some off to someone else. I have to. I learnt yesterday the delphiniums are the king's favourite plant. So that's fun that I managed to plant some ready for his coronation year. The town will be seething with delphiniums, probably. It's going to be so nice. I don't know where I'm going to put them all, to be honest. I just go scouring them around. What am I wearing? I wear my Easter clothes. I got them yesterday. Well, I didn't get this jumper yesterday. I got this jumper from my son for, I can't remember, my birthday or Christmas. I managed to get him to buy it for me, and I've managed to keep it off the moths. How did I do that? Well, I wrapped it up in an old paper bag and tucked it in a drawer. So far it seems to have worked, which is good, because it probably costs more than most of my other things combined. I've also got, oh yeah, you'd like to see this, I've got my old Handsome Merrin socks on for Easter. Let's show you. They're hidden under these old socks with no feet in. I can't show you, they've got herons on anyway. Please show you. Oh, Christ's sake. Merlin the goblin socks. Look. I put those on the other day actually, but I thought I'd wear them today. Where were they from? Sea salt. I got them before Christmas as part of a deal. And I sent loads of socks to different people, but I decided to keep these ones in there. So that's nice for me. I've had a hot cross bun today. Those onions that I planted have come up. They were just ones that were going off. Did I tell you? In the cupboard before. And I just thought I'd put them in for the flowers. But they've all come up, which is pretty good. I pulled a couple of parsnips the other day. They were about this big, so I'll probably leave the rest in. They were from seed. So what will I do with them? I might put them back in the ground. Not really sure. I've got some more sweet peas to put in. These, let me just show you. These are the seeds. These ones are Kupani, sweet peas. Kupani. Oh God, they're those ones, aren't they? I've forgotten that. They're an old variety. But I've got these ones I wanted to plant this weekend as well, which were seeds that I collected last year off the sweet peas. Now I can't remember. That would just be an old mixture. Some of those were Spencer, I think. But well, I'm not. I planted so many different ones this year. Last year, I mean. I just put some seeds in there. Sweet peas, and some would have fallen straight into the ground. But I don't think the mouse might have eaten them. I'm obsessed with mice eating sweet pea seeds. I've got all my different rings on for Easter. I've got this one on for Ostara, that magical one of quantum physics. The purple one of you know what, and my Celtic one for my mixed heritage beliefs. Expectations. I'm thinking the washing machine in the front garden. Actually, there might not be one out there. The one that's in the front room that I took to pieces, I might put in the front garden. Fill it with a lot of the junk and then put some soil. Well, there's a lot of wood and stuff out there at the bottom, and then put some soil in it and plant some delphiniums on the top of that. And other things, just to make it more fun to move, and it might hold the wall up. I was thinking about putting potatoes in it, but I wouldn't be able to dig them out, or a tree or something. Where am I going to have my hide space? Well, I was thinking, first of all, I've got the sofas in the front room. I just started to try and tip them up yesterday just in case. And put a carpet over the top as one. And I'm going to clean out the garage, I think, so I can have a second one in there. I'll see how I feel at the time. So there we go. And I'm going to have my TA backpack filled up at some point. Get the sleeping bag sorted out and just put an evacuation kit together. And then I'll probably do what you normally do when you go anywhere and just start taking things out when you need them. And when it comes to it, you know what? There'll be nothing in it. So I'm thinking of doing it though. That's one good thing. My son, well, we were talking about this this national emergency thing, and I haven't really kept up with it because I don't have the news. But one of them was saying, yeah, basically it's just blah blah, in case we get nukes. So, typical trench humour. And the other one was saying, well, yeah, we had it when we went to Romania. There was a fire in a hotel in the city, and it's basically the same as they have as the hurricane warnings in the States. And then we talk about flooding and like different things because there was historically flooding here. And he's going, well, we'll be right up here in the flat. So yeah, you would. Probably. I don't know. That's interesting, isn't it? Pretty interesting. Well, I'm going to have to move the bikes out of the garage because I won't have much of a crawl space. To be honest. And there's less of a roof to fall on if it collapses. I know. Got a yoga mat that can go somewhere. I probably won't do it all today. It's too much to do in the garden. It's true. I watch the birds and see if they're fleeing. I think I was walking into town yesterday because I said the same thing to one of my street mates. I noticed all the seagulls were flying around. There's a building in town called the Marsh, and it reminded me of a ship for a number of reasons. There's a dove over there. See, I always feel safe when I see a dove. It's come to bring a message of peace. It keeps landing on my roof. And I'm wondering what those roof tiles are made of. Another thing I've pondered. So, news for my bed. And I was talking to my mates in the city yesterday. Said I was going to buy a car tyre in case we get flooding. It goes up, or tractor tyre. Because well, that would be helpful. I said, I can use it like a conical. I was going to get a canoe ages ago and keep it in the attic. I didn't get around to it though. So I was thinking yesterday I might go and buy a tractor tyre. And I can use my Didge as a paddle. What would I put inside it to keep myself dry? Well, I took that old mattress cover off a mattress when I was staying in a mental hospital. That's rubber as like a ground sheet. I could probably use that. I don't know. The dog will have to sit on my knee, or I'll make her. I could get two. I could get two tyres, couldn't I? She could have a little trailer behind me. When I was when we used to play down on the river, the kids all used to go riding up and down in those buoy things. What are the life buoy things? So we used to practice that, and I took this old, it's snapped now, this polystyrene surf bodyboard thing. That I don't know where it come from. I think I bought it from a charity shop actually. So we used to take that down to play on, and I was looking after his puppy at the time down the road. And I got her to practice standing on it, which was pretty fun. I was teaching her to be a surfing dog. Dolly's not really practiced it, so we'll see. What age is yet? She lies in that box though in the kitchen, and that's on polystyrene. I use polystyrene packing to just make a base. Maybe the beanbag will float. Don't know. I've got a foot pump. What if I put balloons in it? Fill it up with balloons. Put a tyre inside it. I don't know if that would work. We used to do raft building at school as well. Or holidays. I wonder if this warning is going to be like a test for you. It's going to be like an adventure game. It's not actually going to tell. It's just going to tell you to do something random, find 6 things, and put them in a matchbox. I don't know. It's kind of fun, really. My phone probably won't be working though. I put all my crystals out to wear. Do you want to see them? I can't remember which one's the which. That's the one with the things in it. I can't remember what it's called. Dave. But look, there's the little conical shell things in. So nice. That's a leopard something. I've forgotten. Also nice. That's the octopus eye, which does definitely have, if you look through it, as different things come. There's nothing at all at the moment. It's definitely a seeing stone, but there was the hermit was in it. I looked the first night, and an eye. And the hermit holds the eye of the sun in his thing. So he was in there with the eye of the sun. I think it's called hermitite actually, which is interesting that the hermit was in it. And then there was an eye. There was a dragon's eye, but big eye anyway. It was a small eye. That's the smoky quartz. I had to take these off yesterday because they were really pulling at me when I was in bed. There was 3 together. What was it with? This one's with this one, which I can't remember what it's called. I always call this tourmaline. This one. And I think this one actually. I bought them all at the same time, those 3 together. But then I did put it with the rose quartz this morning. And then I had to take them all off and put them out here. So they're nestled in there. I'll take them off again later on. I've hung up some of my bedding to wear for Good Friday, so that's good. This old stuff, there was a carpet that had rotted over winter. I'd washed it last year and then kept leaving it out in the rain and it rotted, so I had to start dealing with it. And so I've taken all this off it to use as to hang over my, I don't know, whatever, to make a bird hide. And I hung this bit up. I thought it looked pretty jazz. I'll get the switch going. I'm just wasting time until I can go. I'm going to walk the dog and post some letters. And I may see if I can find a church. Well, actually I know where there is one, but I'll see what else I was looking at the other day and pondering. This, the cherry tree. But how all their stamen would come out, the feathered bits anyway, are like little antennae, like reaching out into the world, aren't they? Like little antenna. Did I just say that? Say Bonne Ostara again. Bonne Ostara. Ostra. Estra. So I've got Odin's eye, the eye of the sun. Trust me, no wonder everyone's so pissed off at the moment. I keep taking their eye. sorry, but that's why everyone's coming for me. She's taken the eyes of all the gods. And I sent, I don't know if they've got the card. Hello! I have to wave to the pilots, it's like the railway children. This is the Easter star. The daffodil's the Easter star. Look, it's the star on the Easter tree. Hey, look, that one's got mental. It's got extra petals. I love that. But there's another one. This one's been eaten by a snail. The star on the Easter tree. Which is pretty cool. That one. That's the other star on the Easter tree. If you talk to the old gods. The old heathen ones. We'll talk to any gods, they say. We don't really care. We'll talk to anyone. That's what gardening folk are like. We'll talk to anyone at all. The birds, we talk to the birds, we talk to the worms, we talk to the plants. That's all we ever do is talk to the plants. Why don't you fucking grow, you arsehole? Who's been playing with you? What have they been doing? Why is this leaf curling? I thought this was starting to curl yesterday, actually. Which makes me think it might be peach. Yeah, just make a groaning sound. It's been nibbled by something. Come on, dear. It's got something forming, I think. That must have been a flower. Let's wait and see. Hey! I don't know. I don't get too excited. There's a snail on it. Snails are everywhere today. There's a big one climbing up the wall. I'm starting to worry about my seedlings and them crawling in there. Let's just check in the other box, actually, since we're doing a gardening hour. Oh God, I've got to show you something else I got yesterday. I'm so excited by this. I got another doll. I got a little sailor doll, which went perfectly with me playing boats the day before. That's the zinnia, which looks like it might be. I moved them around yesterday. And that's the borage. It doesn't seem... Oh, actually, that's something growing in there. Put it out. I put that strawberry in there. I just tucked it in. They were offshoots from last year's one. That's definitely, look. That's definitely something growing. Whether it's a seed I put in or something out of the compost, because that's the compost that I put out last year with squash in that didn't do anything, out of the compost bin, so anything could come in that at all, which is also fun. What was I going to say? Where was I go back a bit? Oh yeah, melon seeds. I put some melon seeds. I had what did I have? Think about it. A melon the other day. In fact, I've still got half of it. And so I chucked half the seeds in these corners just to see if they grow. Again, because this is the south-facing garden. And that's going to get the most sun. They might grow. Who knows? I should have put them in when? Anyway, the dog started eating them as soon as I put them down. So that's going to help. Help with my excuses when nothing grows. Let me show you my doll. I love her so much. She's a really nice one as well. And she was only $2.99. It does please the elf when it's not on the shelf. A lot of these things go to charity. And this was like Help the Aged, I think. I love her so much. I'm going to be one of those people who walks around with dolls. I love her. I had to steer away from the others. Look, she's got shoes. She's got nice pantaloons. She's so nice. Look, she's looking at her. She's saying, "You are so nice." I lost her bag of books. She can't stop looking at the foot. I love my dolls. Sammy the Sailor. She's a stylish woman. Look at her. I mean, she looks psychotic, staring into space. Right, I think that's everything. That's probably more than enough, actually. Ooh, Gary Davis on the radio. On their way to the lakes for a weekend of fresh air, wine, blankets for the adults, chocolate. It's my Lake District picture, look. I've got it here in the kitchen. Can you do a shout out, please, chappers, to our family? We left Derby at 5:15 in the morning. I'm always there, to be honest. I'm always there walking around. Thank you. That comes from Amelia, aged 11, nearly 12, you see. It's all in the ages, isn't it? I want to say a big thank you to you as well for your company this morning. That's why I've got a whistle. Look, my Lake District whistle. I set off a mountain blowing it for mountain rescue to come and get us. We never had to do that, I told you before, didn't I? But I've still got it. It's just a fear thing. It was instilled into me. We're always getting lost. We're lost! We're lost! We're not lost. Look, there's some orange peel on the floor. I've told you this story before. How's that helpful? Well, people would you take an orange because it's wrapped in its own package, like the half-time oranges in football. And then people used to put an arrow on the floor with orange peel. And first of all, it's helpful because you know somebody's already been that way. And they probably know the old goat tracks. And they know the orange peel trick as well. And it sits on top of the 6 feet of snow you're being dragged through by your father. And it shows up in the blizzard. Almost. That man. I still eat oranges though. I don't think we ever had to call rescue, did we? Even that time we nearly drowned on the salt flats in Wales, the first time we came to Norfolk for a holiday. Another one of his famous shortcuts. We like to say that. It's one of my dad's famous shortcuts. We'll take this shortcut back because we'd walked along the road down to Wales Beach. And then we took a shortcut across the marshes to get back. It was about 3 miles and the tide was coming in. I've been so scared in all my life. Still got back though. By the luck of what? O'Reilly. That's what I took Odin's eye. For that massive trick he played. Right. Let's see if we can find a lucky clover. That'll just be the icing on the cake. Look, I've got my lucky clover plant. I can't see one damn 4-leaf clover though. Fortunately, I've got a load in a book I've pulled off. Maybe they're not ready to come. I remember the other reason I put the barley straw down the other day, because I thought it was going to be a frost. How's the frog spawn doing? Well, it's still floating. Some of this was a bit white spotty anyway. I can't see a damn thing in that one. Hoik it across with something. Like this old net. This one, probably. This is the stuff I didn't bring inside. I can't see what it's doing. Looks like it's all gone white. No, there's still black spots in there. And the one that was inside, it had 2 silver dots in it to start with, which I wonder was mercury or something. 2 silver dots in it, which seemed to disappear. But that would work like a thermometer, wouldn't it? Well. And I put it in this pond, partly in case it was diseased from other bits and cross-contaminated the other. But actually that looks like it's still got some of it still in worm shapes. I can't see it doing anything else though. We'll wait and see. I put it in here. Anyway, I did. Just to see what happens. Alright, that's 32. That's enough for Easter.